It's about time. What's going on? Rumor report. Rumor report.
This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So let's talk about Chad Wheeler, who played for the Seahawks. He was arrested and booked January 23rd after his girlfriend accused him of twice choking her until she was unconscious while he was experiencing what he called, and she called it as well, a manic episode. Cops have described what the scene was like. They said that it took 3 police officers to detain him, and they said it was like trying to subdue a bear. They said when they arrived at the scene, his girlfriend was so badly injured, they had to subdue him. And they said, one cop said, I grabbed a hold of Chad. I could tell he was very solid and muscular. He was not easy to move. And all 3 responding cops ended up piling on top of him, and it barely slowed him down.
Yeah, he's 6'7", 315 pounds, and he hit men and moves men for a living. Like, I'm
if he was
surprised.
black, they would have shot him. If he was black, they would have shot him, and they wouldn't have cared that he had mental health issues.
And they used a taser to detain him, but they said it had little to no effect. So he was later arrested. Now his
How did they finally get him then? How did they finally do it then? If the taser didn't work, 3 men on top of him didn't work, what did they do?
They said ultimately they were finally able to get him into custody, but they said he was so big, they were concerned he wouldn't fit into the police cruiser, so they had to call for a larger jail van to take him to the station.
Isn't it amazing how they can always figure it out when it's a white person, but when it's a black person, they have no other bright ideas other than to shoot?
Bro, they shot the preacher that was having a mental illness, I don't want to say a problem at the time, and he was, 6 foot, nowhere near 315 pounds. Yeah. They didn't need 3 men to take him down. They just shot him, which is crazy.
And listen, go ahead.
I was going to say he has entered a not guilty plea, though, in this domestic violence case. I don't know how you can argue that.
Well, they say Chad Wheeler deals with mental health issues. He wasn't taking his medication. But I think when folks, hear people say that doesn't mean he shouldn't be held accountable. Like, even with all of those things, you can still get your ass beat. You can also still go to jail. And you can also get mental health counseling as well. All 3 of those things can be true.
Now, his former girlfriend did appear in court with her left arm in a sling, and she said that she does not feel safe as long as he is out of custody. She did object to his request that he be allowed to stay at his home in Hawaii, and she would prefer that he's not anywhere around her. So I can't blame her for that.
Of course.
But we'll keep you updated on this case. All right, now, let's talk about Black Panther. This is a good news story. There's a series in the works with director Ryan Coogler. It's a 5-year exclusive TV deal with Disney. And they said one of those projects is going to be a Black Panther TV series. Y'all excited for that?
Yeah, of course I am. Come on, man. I'm so deep in the WandaVision. I mean, it's only been 4 episodes, but I already love what Marvel's doing with the Disney Plus shows. That's actually the reason I got Disney Plus, even though my kids have taken Disney Plus over because they love Bluey and Sheriff Callie and, all of that type of stuff. But I got Disney Plus for the Marvel TV shows. So, yes, I'm excited.
All right, just making sure. I actually got Disney Plus, too. I had to watch Soul, and now I have Disney Plus at home. All right, Mariah Carey's Estranged.
It's the best streaming service, by the way.
My kids love it. My kids love it.
Because a lot of the stuff that I enjoy are on Disney Plus. So it's the best service to me.
All right, Mariah Carey's estranged sister is suing her for emotional distress, and she said that is because of Mariah's allegations about her. She's suing for $1.25 million. Allison Carey says that Mariah presented no evidence to back up the accusations of abuse in her book, The Meaning of Mariah. She said Mariah's book alleges that Allison gave her Valium, tried to pimp her out, and threw a cup of boiling hot tea on her, causing third-degree burns when Mariah was 12. She's disputing these allegations, says Mariah hasn't provided any evidence to support them.
That's
so
why
crazy.
They'll all. What do you say?
I was going to just say, so crazy the things that we go through with the people who are family members closest to us.
Well, that's why they say when you write books, you should always change the names, just in case, because of situations like this. Just change the name.
Yeah, absolutely. Change the name. You ain't got to deal with the headaches.
It's hard though if it's your sister, right? Because you still are going to say it's your sister. Won't that still matter?
Yeah, but anybody could sue for any reason. So if you can avoid a lawsuit, I mean, yeah, you try it. I mean, I know Charlamagne has been sued a couple times. I've been sued, for $30 million? So last year. So yeah, people will sue for
$30 million?
$30 million. You know that.
Damn.
You paid it?
No, I won. I didn't have to pay nobody nothing.
All right, Lee Daniels is doing a Wonder Years reboot. They got the order for the pilot, so that will move forward. The original show featured a white middle-class family in the 60s, but this time it will have a black middle-class family in Montgomery, Alabama, also during the 60s, and how they made sure that era was the Wonder Years for them. So the show's original creator, Neil Marlins, is on board as a consultant, and that's the plan. He's also doing a Waiting to Exhale series, so I'm excited for that.
I can't sit here and act like I wasn't all into Kevin and Winnie when the Wonder Years was popping.
To Kevin and Wendy?
Definitely.
Winnie.
Kevin and Winnie, man. Shut up. Kevin, I was all into
Kevin and Wendy also, though.
He just be trying to trigger me. That's all. But no, I was all into Kevin and Wendy. I was all in for all 6 seasons of the Wonder Years. I don't know if it needs a remake, but I'm interested to see what Lee Daniels does with it.
All right. Now, Issa Rae recently did an Instagram live conversation, and she was talking about Insecure coming to an end and how she also is a little bit insecure about that. Here's what she said.
My negative self-talk has been, I'm entering a new chapter in my life, which I'm discovering is, with the end of Insecure, and it feels like my future is kind of just up in the air. I'm like, what's going to be my next thing? And am I going to be okay? Do I have longevity in this industry? And so I guess my positive affirmation will be, you can be here as long as you want to be, or as long as you work at it, and as long as it's right for you.
Issa
That's
Rae
shocking
is
to
going
me.
to be more than fine.
She just had the Lovebirds on Netflix. She had The Photograph. She had Little. She has all these other things going on. That's so interesting.
Yeah, but those aren't her projects though. She was acting in those projects. I guess she means for.
I thought some of them were,
longevity
no?
As far as being a producer, not that I don't think none of those projects. I don't think she's done a movie yet.
Oh, I thought The Lovebirds was her project, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I didn't know. I don't think she's done no films yet. Not produced a written one.
Oh, well, I feel like, Issa Rae is super talented. I love her stuff, so I can't wait to see what she does next. But I understand the insecurity when you're not sure, so she's just being vocal about it, because no matter what, you always have to have like your plan A, B, C, and D, just in case. You
Absolutely.
never want to take things for granted, but, we're all for Issa Rae.
I'm interested in the HBO Max show she got that's based on the 2 female rappers from Miami. I mean, that's that just reading that on paper, that looks incredible. So I'm interested to see what she does. I want her to cast Pretty V in that, as well as the City Girls. Why not? Okay. Both of them need to be on the screen.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Shout to Revolt. Revolt, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Hit me up with your requests, and let's do it. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.